Hello guys, today's episode I will talk about what I've learned about Python package structure. And so what I understand is packages in Python is a collection of top level scripts. So here let me try just to zoom in, and exactly. So here I said that packages in Python is a collection of documentation, tests, and top level scripts. So I try to put this this tree, so it shows how packages in Python are structured. So as you can see here, we have, as always, the package name. So this is going to be the main directory, and this directory could contain basically three directories. We could have something called bin, and we could have docs, and also we have something very important is test, to test your package behaviors. Don't forget that your package should include also some necessary files like setup.py and setup.config. Okay, let me take a closer look at each file and what it's used for. Okay, so if we take a look at the bin directory, so here I said that bin directory, and what I found as well based on the documentation that I'm using, as always, the joy of packaging. So the documentation here said that bin directory is where your top level scripts are included. So maybe here you can include your modules, you can include as well your package directories, and don't forget as well to mark these directories as packages using init.py as we mentioned in the last episode, and anything that looks top level script that looks like a dependency for your package. So here you can store them in bin directory, but maybe you can find some forks who use another name is source, is src, or so but basically you can choose bin. Then we have another file, and this file is changes.txt. Okay, so changes.txt represents log of changes with each release. So let's say your package has, let's say you build your first package, and the first release, let's say, is 1.0.0, and then you are releasing a new update to your package, and you come up with the second release. Let's say it's 1.1, let's say 1.0.1. So here in this file, you can write, you might describe the changes you come up with in the second release compared to the first release, right? And when it comes to the second directory of your package is docs. So docs contains documentations, as the name suggests, and that can be a little bit different than readme.txt file, because in readme.txt file you might focus only on how what your package is used for, and why you should use that package, and also how you can install the package, right, for the first comers and also for developers. So it means how you can install this in an easy way, and how you can install it from source. But documentation can include documentations of the package, so how to use the package. So if the package contains some functionalities, how to use them, right? That's the difference between docs and readme.txt file. Okay, so and then you have a very basic file. So it's lessons.txt is where you should include your the text of your lessons. So you can include something like MIT lessons or something like that. And then this file is called manifest.in. is maybe you have to describe here what you should what kind of non-code files you need to include. So I really need to make more make more research about this file to understand what it's used for, but maybe it's not a big deal. So let me go to setup.py file and setup.config as well. They are so important. But before I talk about this, there's something matter in your package. It's called test directory. So test directory is where you should test your package behavior, so you can create as this as I highlight here in this example, you can test each model or each module in your package, so that you can have very basic testing files, so that you can organize your packages in organized way. But there are many ways how you can store tests, so people can prefer, for example, including tests in as a directory like bin, for example, without including it inside your package. But I will give you just an example of sample project on GitHub in minutes, so that you can have a little idea how this is operated. But just let me go to setup.config. So setup.config is a way just to customize your package installation. And then we have the setup.py. Sorry, is the file where you can add some customization to package installation. But setup.config file is a way for you oh, sorry, I misunderstood this. Okay, so setup.py, setup.python, so contains the script to build and install packages. But setup.config file used to add some customization to package installation, right? So we can use setup.config to customize how to install packages. Maybe you can use different kind of ways to install this. But setup.py just contains information on how your package can be built and installed. So here I just give a little example how setup.py is created. So as you notice, there is something that this file uses called setup tools, which adds some kind of functionalities to your Python package. So in this file you can define, for example, the name of your package, the version, the author email, of course, the packages your package used, and script as well, maybe your URL where you can download, I think, or install the package. We have the lessons, we have the description of your package and what it's used for. It's just a very short one. And then we have to define the long description of the package. So maybe you can include here, as I said, a readme file but not documentation file. And also here we have install requires. That looks like requirement.txt file where you should put some dependencies in order to install the package. So, and then we have the setup.config, which help users to customize the package installation. So as you can notice here, this file contains two keys, the command and the option. So command, it's a part of this utils commands, and the option, it just a way for you to define the commands that is supported by, or just let's say the options that is supported by this command. Okay, we'll dive into this very deeply later because I still need to learn more about these files. But what I'm trying just to share with you guys here is how packages is structured, and it makes more sense if I try to build this, to get my hands dirty with that and turn this knowledge into action and see if I can build this structure. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to focus on maybe in the next episode. So as I said, I'm always using the same documentation. You can learn a lot from it. And here's just a way, there's the GitHub repository that highlights how packages is structured. It's just a simple project. So you can see here we have data. So here maybe this guy, he tried just to refer to to docs directory, for example. And then we have the source. You see he is using new name set of bin, so his source, and also he's putting init.py and the package information, package name in general, let's say the module, which called here simple.py, inside this project, right? And then we have the test directories. So he's testing again the same module file, and here we have the lessons.txt, the readme file, setup.py. You can take a look at setup.py, how is written here, so you can take a look at that. So we have here name, we have version, description, and more information about the package as well. And also we have setup.config file, and normally some files like manifest.any here don't exist, so which means it's not a big deal, but it's okay that we understand at least the basic structure of a Python package. And I hope in the next episode to make a very very basic example how to build this and keep turn this knowledge into action. So here my cadastral repository on GitLab, so you can see this readme file. You can keep track of this tutorial and what I'm learning in this repository, so you can find more information here about things I'm documenting about Python packaging in Python. I'm also including some resources, so feel free to check it out. And that's all for today's episode, so hope you find it useful, and bye for now.
Master Boy.